Hey everybody, it is Radleigh here with your Angelic Weather Report for October 27th through November 2nd. So happy Halloween if you're watching this before the big day. We are talking about angel affirmation cards. Now, the new deck dropped this past week, so very excited about that. And I did a free masterclass called Empowering Your Life with Angel Affirmations. You can still watch that. There's nothing connected to it. It's just a one class thing. So if you've got like an hour to 90 minutes that you just want to like learn all about this deck, how it works, how it was created, and how it can help you to empower your life, you can still watch it by going to radleighvalentine.com/live. Okay, so let's get started with the Angelic Weather Report for October 27th through November 2nd. We are once again using angel affirmation cards to pull 5 cards on 5 different elements of your life. So some of these are going to ring really true to you. Some of them you might go, nah, not so much for me. You don't have to just pick one. You can pick as many as you want. Now, and for angel affirmation cards, there are 2 affirmations on every card. You can pick one or the other or use both in accordance with each other. On the back of every card is a message from the archangel or kind of angels that were present for the channeling of that message. And we're going to start with a card for your career, for your career. And this card says, I am present and focused. I am present and focused. My powers of manifestation are unlimited. My powers of manifestation are unlimited. And so on the back of this card, it says a message from Archangel Metatron. Metatron, he is the archangel of focus and grounding, time warping, some manifestation. And he says, call upon me for grounding and assistance in manifesting your personal goals with confidence. So if career is on your mind, the concepts of being present, being focused, staying grounded, and also believing in your powers of manifestation are what's necessary for you. And those are mantras that are great for your career. The next card we have is for prosperity. Now, these things obviously can be very linked, but they're not necessarily the same. I recently spoke to somebody who was talking about how much, their job is like great and stuff and they like it, but it doesn't pay them anything. It's like, well, those are not good combinations. And so this card is a message from Archangel Raguel. And it says, helpful people surround me everywhere I go. Helpful people surround me everywhere I go. I attract friends who love and support me. I attract friends who love and support me. So Archangel Raguel's name means the friend of God, comes in this pale blue color that you see on the cards. And so Raguel brings people into our lives who can help us through any kind of challenging situation. That's one of the things he's great at. And it said, the message on the back says, as the friend of God, I can bring compassionate, uplifting people into your life who support you professionally and personally. So we have this message here that makes sense from the standpoint of having the right people in your life at any given moment is very important for your prosperity and abundance. Now, the next card that we're talking about is about relationships. So if relationships, healing relationships, developing relationships, creating relationships, if that's on your mind, this is a message from, again, Archangel Metatron. So Metatron is doubly showing up here this week. There's only 2 cards in this deck that are Metatron, and they both showed up. And it says, I am on a path of spiritual awakening. I am on a path of spiritual awakening. My soul's purpose is clear to me. And the back says, I can raise your energetic vibration, allowing for interchange and the awakening of your true spiritual calling. Now, sometimes you're going to pull cards from this deck, and it's going to seem as if for a moment like, wait a minute, I don't know if that makes sense. So if you get a card that's from the love angels, but it's on health, it might seem incongruent to you, but I ask you to rethink that. This is about relationships, and this is talking about how relationships in your life at this particular moment may be something that is very spiritually empowered by or being affected by your spirituality? Are you trying to work out a relationship that isn't actually working for you because it's not spiritually in alignment with you? Is that particular relationship creating the situation that is at odds with your soul purpose? Or are you looking at people who just don't match that, and that's why it's not working if you're trying to develop a relationship? And this card is saying, no, 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 stay the course. These elements are very important. It's very important that your relationships be in alignment with who you are spiritually. Next up is a card for physical health. Physical health. And this card is by Archangel Haniel. So this is another card that you wouldn't necessarily think of immediately as being having to do with health, but let's get there. Okay. So it says, I completely trust my intuition. I completely trust my intuition. And I follow my guidance with excitement and confidence. I follow my guidance with acceptance and confidence. Archangel Haniel says, I am the archangel of intuitive gifts. Allow me to mentor you in embracing your psychic awareness. So in health concerns, this card is indicating that it's like your intuition is very important. If someone that you are relying on for advice is giving you advice that just doesn't feel right, it feels incongruent, it feels like, God, I don't feel like I'm in alignment with this particular message, you should be paying attention to that. You should be listening to your intuition and allowing it to be something that you can trust, but also staying optimistic. This card talks about following your guidance with excitement and confidence, being in this place that allows you to have a sense of, oh my goodness, I know I'm going to be on a healing path because I'm going to listen to my intuition, and the angels are going to guide me to the right providers, the right advice, the right protocols for me finding perfect health. Finally, we have a card on your spirituality, on your spirituality. And this card is from your guardian angels. And it says, I trust that others' journeys are perfect for them as mine is for me. I trust that others' journeys are perfect for them as mine is for me. And the other one is, I find happiness on my own path. And this message from your guardian angel says, focus on your own dreams, express gratitude, then you will easily see all the signs we send to let you know we're here helping you. And so this is actually goes very well with relationships, because when we talk about this card, it's easy to kind of go, well, maybe this is a little bit about my relationship to other people, but your relationships to other people was a spiritual card. Here's this card that's supposed to be about your spirituality, and it's worth talking about other people in our lives. And so I feel like there's a connection that's talking about this idea that I have to let other people's journeys be theirs, and I have to stay on the journey that is mine. It's good spiritual boundaries. Someone once called it good spiritual hygiene. It's important that you be able to look at your situation and your spirituality and go, I am matching up with other people and unmatching with people based on the right thing to do for myself in this realm. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 5 cards. I'm going to put them back in to the deck so that they can show up again if they want to. And we're going to do that magical little thing that I like to do, where I let you come up with a question that you would like a card for. What are you struggling with right now, or what's challenging to you, or what are you wanting to manifest, where a couple of really powerful mantras might be good. So think about that question while I shuffle. Just think about that question while I shuffle. So here it is. Do you feel called to card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, or card number 4? Whichever one you feel called to is the card that's the answer to your question. So the first card we have is Archangel Shamuel, And it says, I am deserving of peace. I am deserving of peace. Harmony and tranquility are mine. The message on the back is, as the archangel of personal and global peace, I can bring you to a place of serenity, no matter the source of your unease. If you were drawn to card number 2, we have a more humorous message that's from your guardian angels. It says, I am a magnet for good hair days and spontaneous dance parties. Let me say that again. I am a magnet for good hair days and spontaneous dance parties. I embrace fun in my life. I embrace fun in my life. And your guardian angels say, hey, we love a good time and a good joke as much as you do. Allow space in your life for lightness and joy in all moments, great and small. If you were drawn to card number 3, you're drawn to a message from Ariel. Ariel. And so this card says, abundance flows effortlessly into my life. Abundance flows effortlessly into my life. It is natural for me to thrive. It is natural for me to thrive. And it says, call upon me, the archangel of manifestation, to bring abundance and prosperity into your life. And finally, if you were drawn to card number 4, you've got a message from Zadkiel. Zadkiel. And it says, I forgive all prior conflicts in my life. I forgive all prior conflicts in my life. I release the past in favor of peace and healing. I release the past in favor of peace and healing. And it says, as the archangel of forgiveness, I can free you from unhealthy ties to the past that keep you from living in joy. So that's it. That is your Angelic Weather Report for October 27th through November 2nd. Once again, I did a masterclass last week for my new deck that we've just been reading cards from, Angel Affirmation cards that came out last week. It's called Empower Your Life with Angel Affirmations. It's just a 1-hour class. You can go watch it still. No strings attached, nothing to buy, nothing. You can just go watch it by going to radleighvalentine.com/live. In the meantime, hope you guys have a spooky, fun week if you are practicing that. And in the meantime, I will see you again, and it will be full on November, which you know what that means, head on into the holidays.